Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Brick K-Pop Reacts. We are here doing the Inconstant Moon. This is part 2. I assume if you're here you've watched part 1. If you've not, go and check that out. It is out on the same day, so it will be out there. In terms of recording, I've literally just gone from recording the outro to that episode to recording the intro for this episode, so nothing's changed in terms of me recording this. And just a quick update on the Patreon situation, by the way. I am in the process of setting one up. Thank you guys so much for the comments on the video that I dropped yesterday regarding the Patreon stuff. I will be setting one up soon, and I have taken those comments into consideration in terms of how to tier it. And there were some awesome ideas. Thank you so much for that. I'll let you know. I'll let all you guys know, obviously, when that's available. And any support you can give is obviously incredible. And if you haven't already, if you're wondering what the hell I'm going on about, please check out my, if you're a subscriber to this channel and all the rest of it, please check out the video I dropped yesterday about the future of the channel and all that. And I'm setting up Patreon, basically. That's the plan, to make sure I can release content at the level that I'm releasing at the moment. That's what that's all about. But I just wanted to kind of update you all quickly on that. So we're just going to get straight on with this. We are doing the Inconstant Moon, History of LOONA, and this is part 2. Chapter 3, Madness.
Now we're going to take a look at the inside, the second side to the story, going way back to the foundation of LOONA.
Pepsi Max Cherry.
Enter stage right, Jaden. He's a songwriter and a producer, and he's LOONA's creative director. Some fans consider him the god of the Loonaverse. Others call him LOONA's deadbeat dad.
The god of the Loonaverse is Jaden, I thought. According to some of the law.
Before coming into business with BlackBerry, Jaden has previously worked with other K-pop groups. He makes his rounds through the K-pop world, stopping by JYP with Miss A, and eventually making his way to Polaris. While working with Woollim, he serves as the primary director behind the girl group Lovelies. His big plan? Give the members individual
They're the ones that did
solos
Destiny, which all my girl covered in Queendom.
Sound familiar? This is also an early version of Jaden's idea for a shadow group, which roughly means he wants them to promote their music as a secret underground artist without the use of regular K-pop promotional institutions.
And in 2010, I figured out Invisibility.
He says he wants them to be the most unknown female girl group. Unfortunately, being unknown doesn't really pay well.
Yeah,
After a couple years batting around as a Lalo group, the cash stops flowing, and Jaden leaves the company, delaying Lovely's debut and leaving them to restart from scratch. He couch hops his way over to Polaris, where he becomes a producer for Ladies Code.
Oh, I know Ladies Code.
Creating a musical.
We did them in the live stream, right? We also did Miss A in the live stream recently.
Mythology to re-establish the group and fan base after the deaths of 2 members in a car accident.
Oh, fuck yeah, it was that group. Yeah, that hit me hard, that did, live stream. Couldn't believe that. Like, you guys told me about it, about the 2 members dying. Jesus. Wow.
The series is called The Healing Trilogy and plans to have 3 albums. The first album, Mystery, is released in early 2016, and the second, Stranger, is released later in the fall. The third album is scheduled to release in 2017, but an entire year passes without the release from Ladies Code. In early 2018, member Ashley is forced to admit that the third album has been cancelled, and fans quickly discover that Jaden has ceased his partnership with Ladies Code.
A lot of our lovelies and fans are expecting a comeback, but unfortunately it is not a comeback. It is our showcase that's held on our 5th year anniversary, which is March 7th. And I think we're going to put an end to this trio, the album that we said that we were going to do. So instead of that, we're going to do something new. So this is the last part of our trilogy.
It's widely believed that the money sectioned out to fund the trilogy was diverted into Jaden's new project with BlackBerry. Around You, one of the songs from the unreleased 3rd album, will eventually become Hyunjin's debut song under LOONA.
I read something about that in the comments when I was doing, was it the top, I think it was the top 12 episode that I did. Someone was commenting about that, about the fact that Around You isn't Hyunjin's song, and I think they were saying that you can tell, and that it comes across in the song that it doesn't really necessarily match Hyunjin's style, because obviously it's not it wasn't initially written for her.
Way through the Healing Trilogy, Jaden packs up his bags and leaves,
So yeah, that makes
taking
sense.
the remaining songs with him and leaving Ladies Code behind. In fact, Jaden might have planned to leave the trilogy unfinished before he even signed on.
What?
Jaden meanders his way down the Polaris family tree as early as 2014, where the first stirrings of the LOONA project can be found. He signs on with Blockberry when they've just come out of the womb, blue-eyed and big-brained. Jaden and Blockberry set about implementing the solo song concept with their new group. Jaden has a very specific vision in mind for LOONA. He wants to promote them as an underground group, a secret art movement led by guerrilla releases without conforming to the usual K-pop institutions, specifically music shows and idol promotions. All in all, it sounds like a cool underdog story. In reality, it's a big risk with a very small payoff range. Remember, Jaden also planned for Lovelyz to be the most unknown female girl group, and had the same underground vision for his previous projects. Blockberry, on the other hand, is a company that needs to fulfill a profit margin. On top of that, the sheer number of different writers alone makes browsing the LOONA discography a bit dizzying. Some songs seem straight up airlifted out of other groups' albums and dropped into LOONA's, and in some cases they are. While the idea of the solo songs was that they're built to suit each member, certain songs were originally written for other singers, and just brought with Jaden when he left project after project. While it's no question LOONA absolutely made their solo songs theirs and hit their debuts out of the park, to this day, we don't know just how many LOONA songs were originally intended for other artists. Even some of LOONA's other frequent writers, such as Monotree, joke about Jaden being hard to work with. During the debut project, Jaden begins putting stress on the girls themselves, demanding that 16-year-old Olivia Hay lose weight, pressuring Jinsol into bleaching her hair, giving her scalp.
I hate that. I hate the whole idea of that. Of like kind of making demands like that, like body demands and things like that of artists. I hate that whole idea, especially like someone that young as well, like any age. But I just it just makes me feel sick just thinking about like girls being pressured or anyone being pressured into losing weight or something like that. Just
damage and migraines, and forcing the girls to conform to his ideal shadow project standards, even at the cost of mental and physical health. Digipetty, the video company behind many of LOONA's videos, also calls him out for being overly restrictive and demanding of the resources and the girls. By the time we reach Hi Hi, no one can really tell for sure what the hell LOONA is going to look like. So when they officially debut, some fans call Hi Hi disappointing, claiming that the debut project built LOONA up to be more than just one more cute concept in cheer uniforms. Some discourage the sound and concept.
I see the point, but I fucking loved Hi Hi. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that like, you know, it was some sort of disappointment. I absolutely fucking loved it. I see the point they're making, that, you know, it seems very samey for something that was billed as being completely different. I can understand that angle, but I absolutely fucking adored Hi Hi, so...
Claiming LOONA to be above this kind of release. When you take a look at LOONA's releases, however, Hi Hi isn't actually that far off from a lot of what LOONA promotes. On top of that, it sells well, which is probably the goal of producing such a radio-friendly debut. The tensions rise between Jaden and Blockberry, two sides playing tug-of-war with LOONA. Where Jaden is a creative director who wants to promote his artistic vision...
It's art! I call it bold and brand. More like belongs in the truck.
Blockberry is still a company, and they have to balance the expectations of consumers, the careers of 12 idols, and the fact that they shot themselves in the foot quite frequently during the last few years. Despite the sales from Hi Hi and Butterfly, Blockberry is still juggling looming debt. In a bid to try and reestablish cash flow, Blockberry steps away from the Loonaverse and tries to reorient the group around their music and promotions. Conflict between Blockberry and Jaden ensues. In response, Jaden states he scrapped an entire ballad album for LOONA's future comeback. As I'm not involved in the fandom, I don't know exactly what the fandom opinion on Jaden is, but my research showed some heartbroken fans and even several stressed members of LOONA. Finally, the money runs dry. The capital borrowed to support LOONA has not been paid back. Polaris falls under lawsuit, and LOONA goes dormant. In the midst of this, Jaden and Blockberry split. He walks off the set of LOONA, gone.
It's stressing me out.
4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks, how slow this old moon wanes.
And yes, I know it ends well, but it still stresses me out.
Now let's take a look at a third party in the story, the fans.
Yes, fans, do it. Save them.
In most cases, companies are the primary players, and fans are usually the last actor in the industry. But LOONA's fanbase is unusually involved in their group's narrative. In the deep, silent period of LOONA's hiatus, the fans are left alone with their own hopes and fears, and each other. They've got 2 albums, a dozen solo albums, and no foreseeable future of LOONA's promotions. Well, damn it, if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself.
Yes, yes, boy. Do it. Stan LOONA. Love it. Tweeting Donald Trump. Oh, I love it.
Taking a page out of Coney 2012, the
I need to read
fanbase
some of
makes a
these.
plan
Hang on. First of all, I want to point out that a truly radical guitar riff at the bottom. Brilliant. I want to see some of these. So this is like someone tweeting at Donald Trump. Classic K-pop stands trolling Donald Trump. I love it. You'd be more productive if you stand LOONA. Absolutely. I don't know if I'd want Donald Trump standing LOONA, to be honest. That's a whole other debate. Here's me screaming Stan LOONA to former US president. Yes. I love that thought. I love that thought of going to an address by a former US president and just going, Stan LOONA. Oh, I love it. Hopefully Barack Obama went home that day, Googled LOONA and found out who they were and became a fan. That's the dream, isn't it? Became an orbit. I just love it. We're just commenting and like LOONA stuff. Who the fuck is LOONA and why is every gay on my deal Stan?
Taking a page out of Coney 2012, the LOONA fanbase makes a plan to hit the internet with wall-to-wall LOONA advertisement. While there have been active fan promotions from orbits since...
Original poster, I broke my foot today. Twitter gay. Maybe if you stand LOONA, you wouldn't have broke your foot. Includes clip of Kim Limsey. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I love it.
This is a whole different level of dedication. Drop whatever you're doing. Say goodbye to your loved ones. Stop rewatching LOONA TV for the 87th time in a row today and get busy. Merch promos, spamming the girls' videos under every tweet or post, meme after meme after meme. I'm sure everybody and their dead mother has heard the words, Stan LOONA.
I say it at the end of every video, every LOONA video.
Stan LOONA.
At this point, everyone has had their doorbells rung.
I can't deal with that. I need to check out these memes. Got all these memes and shit. I need to get on that.
By orbits offering you their Lord and Savior. One of the long-lasting barriers to LOONA's success is the air of hashtag not like the other girls that surrounds them. We can probably say this stems from Jaden's conception of LOONA as a shadow group known only to those daring enough to accept them. For a long time, LOONA's marketing and industry narrative thrived on the idea of being either on the inside or the outside, which can drive people away since it comes off as pretentious or selective. The self-aggrandizing done by Jaden and some of the louder parts of the fan base damaged LOONA's ability to grow their audience. So when those same hashtag not like other girls fans came knocking on everyone's door to advertise LOONA, it doesn't look so good. Now every fandom is scummy fans. In fact, maybe you can stand blank shows up in just about every fan base with active online presence. Some of the Stan LOONA memes are very much fake, others definitely not. But it doesn't really matter either way. Was Stan LOONA a success? Yes and no. It certainly got word around. People knew the name LOONA on pain of death, and you'll hear tales from people who joined the fandom purely thanks to the Stan LOONA meme. But what it largely did was brand the fanbase as desperate, invasive, or downright tasteless at times. And the last thing the story needs right now is more harm.
Yeah, there's a limit, isn't there? There's a balance between doing it in a way that's fun and promotes the group and all that, and then doing it in a way that's just too much. I get that. I understand that. I'm trying to think how I first heard of LOONA, to be honest, and whether it was down to kind of those kind of things and people commenting and stuff. I'm pretty sure the first time I discovered them was on another reaction channel. I think the reactor in question has decided to do LOONA because a bunch of people have been commenting on his videos saying, Stan LOONA, do LOONA. So in a way, yeah, I guess I did get into it through that, really. That's how I found Butterfly and stuff.
One of the biggest concerns at the time is the legality surrounding the Loonaverse. Roughly speaking, the Loonaverse is the narrative story of LOONA, the lore and universe that connects all the music videos, members, and songs together. As Jaden is the artistic creator of the Loonaverse, there was a fear that Jaden could walk away and take the Loona project with him. This is generally not how production contracts work. Typically, if a project has been greenlit for a production phase, the company has officially bought the rights to the project and maintains control over the project's future. This can seem pretty vampiric, but it's designed to give companies insurance. Once a project is in the works, you're not talking about the paychecks of 3 faceless executives and 1 artistic director. You're also including the capital from expecting consumers and the careers of any performing parties. In a case like this, it prevents creators from walking off the lot, taking everything of value with them as they go. BlackBerry still owns the rights to the music videos, designs, and promotional content, which leads me to believe that BlackBerry got custody of the Loonaverse in the divorce. However, Jaden has left contracts before, and last time he brought the residual material to BlackBerry and gave it to Loona. Maybe he'll do the same this time. Let's take a look at what the Loonaverse actually is as a unit of storytelling and narrative. Boiled down, the Loonaverse isn't really a solid story product. The Loonaverse is largely a series of loosely linked, hinted-at ideas. It's actually a smart marketing tactic. The Loonaverse is a perfect machine for practically endless fan engagement. Jaden has created a space within the LOONA dynamic that always intrigues hungry fans without ever having to fully deliver. In fact, despite the marketing and branding of the group as Girl of the Month, the members don't even have respective months. Teaching debuts in October, okay, so maybe she's the October girl, but both Hustle and Shu have December debuts, and the company never confirmed if any specific girl represents any specific month, even years after debut. At this point, the closest connection LOONA has to the concept of months is just having 12 members. It's also important to note that we may never know how many other pieces of lore were meant to come out. At this point, some even fear the lore will go unfinished forever.
No, I won't have it.
In September, the LOONA radar starts to ping again, and rumors of a comeback begin rising.
Yep.
However, it just turns out to be BlackBerry advertising Orbit 2.0, the second round of their official pay-to-enter fan club. So no comeback. But enjoy a new photo shoot and some stickers.
Not yet.
Things get worse in November. Jaden Jong sits down for an interview where he talks about his new clients, boy group Only One Of. Fans take issue with the way Jaden talks about his new group, as he says, quote, they work harder because they have a genuine attachment to the music, which many fans believe is an indirect slight at his past groups. The LOONA members were under strict control while Jaden was acting director and weren't allowed to participate in the musical process, despite some of them being trained in songwriting, so this dig feels especially hypocritical. Jaden's plan to make LOONA an unknown shadow group had the opposite effect. The whole pre-debut project brought LOONA and their fans really close together. LOONA's blackout here proves
the fans certainly don't want them to be a shadow group. The fans want them to be right up there with the best of them. And they are. They're just not in terms of, recognition and whatnot. They damn well should be.
Very interesting about the LOONA narrative. When all else fails and everything falls apart, the fans carry the group. This is actually true of a lot of groups, but LOONA's fan base is still majority international, not domestic. In LOONA's absence, the fan base is keeping them going across the curvature of the Earth. In fact, the fans of LOONA major force is keeping Hope alive during this hiatus. Besides the meme explosion, the fans put a constant outpouring of love for the girls and the music.
And just to make it clear, I'm now one of those fans. I'm now one of those orbits that will do anything for this fucking group. And if I need to step up and help this group in any way I can, I'm there. I'm fucking there. Guaranteed. 100%. Great K-Pop Reacts is in orbit, and he's here to stay.
Armed with only a few dance covers and minute-long updates in the form of LOONA TV, the fans keep up an active stream of LOONA content during the blackout, and it tells the market something else. LOONA doesn't belong to a bunch of faceless executives or a shadow market or one artistic ego. LOONA belongs to the fans who love them.
Yes.
Finally, after 10 months of silence, the darkness breaks. On December 13th, LOONA releases a fan-dedicated single, 365.
Oh, I remember that coming out. I remember that one coming out. Should I do that one? I absolutely remember that coming out at the time. Obviously, I didn't really know what it was. I didn't know what it represented. But I do remember that being released. Should I do that one as a reaction at some point? I feel like I should.
65, I don't exactly know. The song speaks directly to the fan base, thanking them for waiting and promising a whole year of success together.
Yeah, I need to check that out. Make me cry, that one.
Group single not written by Jaden Jung. The song debuts at the top of the US World Digital Songs chart and tells the world
Why didn't I do
fans
that
have been
one?
longing to hear.
I don't know why I didn't do that
Luna is
one.
coming. Therefore the moon, the goddess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose. A day after the release of 365, a teaser drops. Now, at this point, people are starting to wise up. Not everyone immediately trusts that this is a for sure sign of a comeback. After all, isn't there still that lawsuit thing to worry about?
Is this the hashtag?
The year closes out with no comeback, but a few days into the new year, BlackBerry releases a new statement. BlackBerry announces on January 8th.
Oh no. Oh, Hassel.
That member Hassel will be taking a hiatus due to diagnosed anxiety, and she won't be involved in any upcoming promotions while she seeks treatment. Just a day after this announcement, a second trailer goes live, this time with a date on the end. Okay, BlackBerry, maybe you're onto something, but it's going to take more than that to make up for the blackout. Well, fine. 2 weeks later, third teaser. That does it. It's Loona time. But did you think that was it? A few days later, a Forbes article goes viral on Twitter. Loona's new album is a collaborative effort between BlackBerry and Lee Soo-man. Lee Soo-man is the founder and executive producer of SM Entertainment, the most powerful company in K-pop.
SM. Yeah.
He's one of the most influential.
I got absolutely slaughtered, right, for when I did my Nizzy video, and I didn't know who JYP was, like the man himself. I didn't recognise him as who he was. I got absolutely fucking slaughtered for that. So I probably need to learn who these like sort of founders of these companies are, because apparently they're big figures, and I wasn't aware of this. Like, obviously I know the labels and stuff by name, but in terms of the founders and things, I don't know particularly. I'm not, I won't be able to recognise them. So I need to make note of that, because I got murdered for that in the comments. It were funny.
Important figures in the industry. And as his first project outside of SM Entertainment, he's in collaboration with LOONA for their newest album. And you might ask yourself, what powerful marketing technique convinced him to invest in LOONA?
Fans. Oh, okay. All that. I need to do that. I need to do a reaction to that. Spoiler alert. Stop it, spoilers.
Boom. The word is out. LOONA is having a comeback. And now they have an industry titan on their side. Finally, it's time.
Yes.
February 5th, 2020.
Again, like, I wish I'd known this. Like, this is the point at which I wish I'd known all this going in. I wish I'd been a LOONA, I should have been in orbit at this point. Because the excitement for So What must have been, given everything that had happened before then, the excitement for So What must have been fucking stratospheric. Like, for all you orbits and stuff. Like, going into this, having been through all that, for LOONA to come back with this, with the hype it had, it must have been just such a great feeling. I wish I'd experienced it. Obviously I was aware of this, I did a reaction to it and all that at the time, but I didn't realise the size of the thing. I didn't understand what it meant. And then when they got the first breathing things, which I'm sure it's going to mention. Yes.
LOONA has their second comeback, So What, alongside their third album, Hash. New image, new sound, new message. Burn yourself. LOONA's still here, and some believe that the comeback is a direct response to the mess of 2019, featuring the image of the burning moon and the phrase, "Do not accept the fate of the moon," which could mean LOONA moving past Jaden's stronghold over the project. The music video makes a collective 1.9 million views in its first 24 hours, and the album hits number 4 on Billboard's World Albums chart, punctuated by their best sales week in America to date. It also becomes LOONA's best-selling album on Hunteo, hitting 25,700 sales in the first month alone. The international reception is really welcome for sure, but LOONA absolutely cannot slip up here and become a purely Western import. It's February, first popular selling season of the year, which means as many groups as possible are vying for attention, and the industry is hungry. What LOONA really needs is positive Korean reception to finally put them on the map back home. Boom.
Come on,
The
Koreans, you
album
can do
debuts
it.
at number
Yes.
2 on the Gallon chart and sells over 79,000 copies in the first month, making it Loona's best-selling album as of the making of this video. And despite heavy competition, it gives Loona what no other era could, a first win. On March 12th,
yes.
N Countdown awarded Loona their first win for So What.
저희가 1년 동안 앨범을 준비하면서 되게 두려움이 많았는데 이번 상을 타고 되게 저희 곡 메시지처럼
I don't need to do.
두려워하지 않고 전진할 수 있을 것 같아요. 여러분 너무 감사합니다.
I'm not. I can't.
Finally, after
Oh, I can't watch Jaden cry like that. It's gonna get me going. Yes, all the yes. Again, I fucking wish I'd been in that. I wish I'd understood it. I wish I'd been there for Loona's first win as an Orbit and been able to experience that feeling of like, yes, it's happened. We've made it. I wish I was there for that. Seeing it now, it still hits me, man. But yeah, I might have to. I'm assuming that video is out there, like the video of them getting the first win and stuff. I might try and catch that, maybe do a reaction to that, because I'd like to see that just for the moment it was, the impact of it. I'd like to watch that, even though Heejin's gonna make me cry.
all that, solid proof that Loona isn't going anywhere. No, they're not in the clear yet. There's still a ton of money issues that haven't seen clean ends, damage remaining from the Jaden debacle, and the road ahead is long and uphill both ways. But after looking at all this research and spending 15 goddamn pages recording this video, I can't help but feel like, right now, they're exactly where they're supposed to be. That's all from me this time. Signing off.
Yeah. Guitar riff. Oh, bless him. I'm so
A quick
so.
disclaimer before we
No, don't start it again. I'm just so glad that we got to this point. And like I say, you know, like she says, it's not over yet. Of course, you know, we still need to keep behind them. We still need to keep them in the position they are and try and build on what So What did. There's a lot more work to be done, but just the satisfaction of seeing them go through all that and having to deal with all that and the possibility of disbandment and all the rest of it, to get to the point where it's like of getting your first win, finally getting the recognition you deserve in the Korean market. Yeah, I absolutely love seeing that and seeing that success. And like I say, just Heejin crying then and the emotion they must have felt in that moment to go, yes, we're here. And they deserve more. They deserve so much more. They deserve to be right up there with the best of the best in the K-pop world, because they are, as far as I'm concerned, up there with the best of the best in the K-pop world. They are. And they deserve that from a recognition standpoint, as far as I'm concerned. I absolutely fucking love them. I'm so looking forward to what they have to offer going forward. I really am. I can't wait for the next comeback. The next comeback's going to be insane for me, because it's going to be the first one that I get to experience as an Orbit, and I cannot wait for that. In the meantime, I've got a bias to decide, which is a whole nother debate. But yeah, I love that video. It's so informative, so useful. Thank you, Mera, for putting that together, because it's just seeing that and like understanding what it means just adds an extra layer for me onto how important it is to stand this group and how important it is to do everything you can for this group. And with that being said, guys, I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you enjoy this reaction, drop us a like, drop us a comment, and of course subscribe to my lovely self. Join the Brit K-Pop Reacts family. That would be awesome. If you watch these Loona videos of mine, next week I will be doing some more Loona TV. That's going to be probably a weekly thing for the near future until I get through all those. The other video of the week, I usually do 2 a week. The other Loona one I'm not sure of yet. So if you want to pop some comments down below, some recommendations on what maybe I should check out. It's possibly a live performance, maybe a dance practice. I don't know, to be honest, but I'm willing to go for whatever. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, there's things like Loona the Town I want to check out. So there's loads of stuff, but yeah, comment me below. Anyhow, I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Sange, I love you all. Goodbye, and as always, Stan Loona.